morning, children. Welcome back to the class. Today's date is 19th June 2020. So, we have finished discussing the lesson 3. What does the earth look like, right? In this lesson, we have studied about major landforms and water bodies, how landforms and water bodies are shown on map, some interesting physical features on earth, and using the colors on a map to point out the landforms on it, right? Now let's do the recap of overall lesson. So let's start. So physical features, the first definition we have got is about physical features. So physical features are the formation of land or landforms and water bodies on the earth. Now there are two kinds of physical features: landforms and water bodies. Now landform includes plain, which is a flat area on the surface of the earth. Then plateau, a raised land with a flat top. Then we have got hill, an area or land which is naturally higher than the mountain, naturally higher than the surrounding area. Then we have got the mountain, which is a tall rocky area of land which is much higher than the surrounding area. If you compare hill and mountain, mountain is much higher than the hill. Then we have got valley, a land between hills or mountains and much lower than the surrounding area. Then island, an area of land which is surrounded by water on all sides. The next we have got is peninsula, a body of land surrounded by water on three sides. Then we have got delta. A river delta is formed at the mouth of a river. It is formed by deposition of soil. Now let's come to the water bodies. In water bodies, we have got the first one is sea. It is a sea we have discussed in the second chapter as well. So sea is a large salt water body which is smaller than the ocean. Rivers. Now sea and ocean, seas and oceans, their water are actually salty. But if you look at the water of rivers, lakes, ponds, so their water are not salty. Only seas and oceans are salty. Now rivers. Rivers are a flowing body of water that follows a course on land. Then comes to lakes, which is a large body of water surrounded by land. Ponds are smaller than lakes. Glacier, it is a moving river of ice. And then we have the iceberg, which is a large piece of ice broken off a glacier. Now let's come to the different colors that we used in the map, right? So why do we use different colors? Different colors are used to show different physical features on a map. So we use green color for plains, light brown for tall mountains, yellow for plateaus, blue for water, and brown for hills. Now let's take out the workbook from lesson number 3. So I have already given this as homework to you. So you are going to check the answers now. So multiple choice questions. Number 1 is, what is a flat area of land on the surface of earth called? So flat area is called a plain, right? Because plain is flat. Plateau is high raised. Hill is it is a little bit higher than the surrounding area, and mountain is steeper and higher than the surrounding area. So therefore plain is the answer. Next, number 2 is, what do we call a flowing body of water? River, peninsula, lake, valley. Of course it is the river. And then we come to the fill in the blanks. Number 3, A or N dash is a landform that looks like a table, which is a raised one, and it looks like a table. That is the plateau. Number 4, A or N dash is a large piece of ice floating in the sea. Yes, it is the iceberg which gets break off from the glacier and then it moves to the sea or ocean. And that is the iceberg. Now let's come to the next one. So here it is answer in one word. Number 5. Identify the water body shown in the picture. As you can see in the picture, this is a large river of ice, right? So what is it called? It is called glacier. Glacier is a large moving river of ice. Number 6. Name a water body surrounded by land on all sides. It is your choice. You can write lake or else pond. Now let's come to the short answer question. Define physical features. Give an example. So what are physical features? We have already learned the definition. Physical features are the formation of land or landforms and water bodies on the earth's surface, right? Now you have to give an example. You can give any example. You can give plain, plateau, mountain, lakes, hills, anything, okay? Now let's move to the match the following. This also I have given you homework. Please check the answers. Number 8 is green. So you have to match the color with the physical feature. Number 8 is green. So green actually tells us what? About plain. Number 9 is yellow. Yellow tells us about plateau. Brown, hill, and blue, of course, water. Okay. Next we have short answer question. You have the map here. Observe the given map and answer questions 12 and 13. So this is the map of India. So question number 12 is identify the landform which makes up the southern part of India. How is it different from the landform of Sri Lanka? Now we already know that this is the north and bottom is the south, right? So if you look at here, so the southern part of India makes, this is the landform which makes up the southern part of India, right? So it is, and how it is different from the Sri Lanka. This is Sri Lanka and this is the southern part. Clear? The southern part, how it is different from Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka, as you can see, the land is surrounded by water from all sides. Therefore, it is an island. And the southern part, if you can see, the three sides are surrounded by water, and only one part, this part is connected to the land. So it is a peninsula. Therefore, the southern part of India is the peninsula and the Sri Lanka is an island. Clear? Now, question number 13. How can you differentiate between mountains and plains on the map? So how we can differentiate? It is with the colors, different colors that we use. So for mountains, we use light brown, and for plains, we use green. So that is how we differentiate mountains and plains on map. And let's move towards the next question. Identify, question number 14, identify the landform. Which shape does it look like? How is it formed? Can you name one place in India that is famous for this landform? So what do you see on the screen? You can look it into your book also. So this landform is, as you can see, it is like the triangle shape, right? So therefore it is a delta. Okay, so this landform is the delta. So which shape does it look like? It looks like a triangle. And how is it? It is formed? It is formed at the mouth of the river. So can you name one place in India that is famous for this landform? Yes. You have heard the word, you have heard the name Sundarban, right? So that is a delta, one of the famous delta of India. So Sundarban delta, you can give the example. Now let's move towards the multiple choice question. This also I have given you homework, so kindly correct the answers. Question number 15. Morad went trekking beyond the Himalayas. He then trekked across an extremely cold plateau. Can you guess which plateau he crossed? Number A, the Tibetan Plateau. Number B, the Deccan Plateau. Number C, the Malwa Plateau. And number D, the Columbia Plateau. So, you know that we are talking about the Himalayas, right? He went trekking for the Himalayas. Now, he came across an extremely cold plateau. He went beyond the Himalayas. He has crossed the Himalayas. Now, when you cross the Himalayas, there is the Tibet. We get the Tibet, right? So, therefore, that plateau is called the Tibetan Plateau. So, the answer will be A, the Tibetan Plateau. Now, let's come to question number 16. The given map shows Greenland. What type of landform it is? a peninsula, a mountain, an island, or a hill. Now, as you can see, the whole yellow is a landform, right? So, it is a landmass. Now, as you can see, the landmass is surrounded by water from all sides. Therefore, when a land is surrounded by water from all sides, it is called an island. Therefore, the Greenland is an island. Now, let's move towards this question number 17. Study the map of South America. Mention any 4 physical features on the continent by looking at the colors of the map. Now, we have already talked about how to locate the physical features on map using different colors, right? So, in this map, we see the brown color, right? Brown color for hills, green color for plains, yellow color for plateaus, and blue color for water, okay? So any 4 is telling, so you can write any 4. Now let's move towards question number 18. Give 2 ways to differentiate between a mountain and a hill. So what are the 2 points? Mountain is much more higher than the surrounding area, or you can compare it. It is much more higher than the hill, right? And in mountains, most of the mountains, it is covered with snow, right? And in the hills are not that much higher and steeper, and they are not covered with snow. Clear? So this is how we can differentiate between a mountain and a hill. Now let's come to question number 19. This is a crossword which I have given you homework. So kindly recheck the answers. So question number 19, read the clues and complete the crossword. So down, first we are starting with the down, which is from north to south, okay? Number 1, a flowing body of water. Yes, it is called the river. Number 2, largest island in the world. It is the Greenland. Number 3, landform surrounded by water on all sides is called an island. So you have to write island. Now we are going to talk about the across. Across means from this side, okay? From west to east. Number 2, the type of water body which is the main source of water for the river Ganga. The river Ganga, it comes from the glacier. Okay. Have you heard about it? Yes. Actually, the river Ganga, the source of river Ganga is glacier. There it melts and it comes from there. Number 4, a large saltwater body is smaller than the ocean. What is it? Yes, it is sea. Number 5, the pointed top of a mountain is called the peak. Then number 6, a flat area of land good for growing crops. Of course, it is plain. Number 7, a flat drawing of a place as seen from above. It is the map. Okay. So I am going to end my class here, and reading maps I am going to teach you in my next class. So there are few maps on your workbook, as well as there are few maps which I am going to give you. So we are going to study in detail the map reading in the next class. I hope you have understood the chapters well, because this is the last chapter for PT1 exam. So you will be having lesson number 1, lesson number 2 and lesson number 3 for PT1 exam. Read each and everything thoroughly. The back questions, the be amazed, everything, okay? And whatever doubts you have, you want to clarify it, kindly message me, WhatsApp me. You write the topic, whatever doubts you have, you write the topic and just WhatsApp me, and I'll try to clarify those doubts in my next 2 classes. Clear? So I'm going to end it here. Thank you.